For those of you that are just joining us, I'm Angela Brown. I'm the CEO of Savvy Cleaner. And for the last 32 years, I focused on leaving the world a better place by leaving it clean. So I was really excited when I learned that there's a guest that could come on our show today and teach us how to have a happy home. So please help me welcome the happy home specialist, Rebecca West.
Parties. For me, my home is a social place. I want to have people come over and I want them to drink wine and I want them to eat food and I don't want them worried about spilling on my carpets. So my carpets are low cost and they have a pattern to them so that they'll camouflage the sins of life. Whereas if you choose a solid colored rug, it's going to show every fuzz, every pet hair, and every stain. And you either have to live with that or replace it. Whereas if you have a rug that's a bit more camouflaging, it'll live longer in your home and cause you a lot less stress, or at least me.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up when you said it will camouflage the sins of life. And I think that's really important when we also talk about pet proofing our homes, because there are a lot of people that have pets that have abused the furniture. And so if you have furniture that is pet friendly, or you have things in your house that are pet friendly, like a rug that will forgive the sins of life and things like that, then it's going to be much more user friendly as far as your home goes. Or if you have a family coming over, you're not at the last minute scrambling, going, oh, wait a second. I have to either renovate or replace everything in my house before my relatives come, right? We want to create a space that makes you feel safe at home, that makes you feel like, oh, yes, this is my happy place, and that makes you want to have people come over. And so, how do we get from I'm in a place where maybe I don't really want my friends and family to come over, or when they come over, I'm just shoving everything into one particular room and slamming the door and hope they don't go in there, to getting to a place where you're like, hey, come on in, my house is yours.
I would say that the clients I've worked with who are in that situation, it's usually best when we focus on the public spaces first, give them a big win. And so I'm thinking of a specific client right now. Her husband had lost his job and he was really, really depressed because that happens for us, right? And she had bought him a big TV, like a bunch of things, just like try and pep him up. And it wasn't working. And so out of desperation, she actually called me, an interior designer. I have no idea what made her think to do that. And she's like, I don't know what to do. She's like, but I bought this huge TV and now it's eating my living room and everything looks even worse. So we got rid of about half of their furniture because they had too much furniture. We repainted the walls a medium color so this big TV blended better into the walls. So it didn't seem so massive against a big white wall. And what was so cool was the husband, who was really not on board with the project. He's like, whatever, do whatever you want. He's just feeling depressed. He didn't have a big vote or care to say anything. He came to me afterwards and he said, I had no idea how ashamed I did feel, how much that was keeping me from having people over. And I feel so much better and so much lighter because I feel proud when I walk into my living room, when I walk into my house. And then he asked me to help with his home office because it was like it cracked open a little bit of light in the darkness and he saw hope. And so then we did his home office and then he started his own firm in the industry that had been fired from. So the point is, try to identify one room. Do not tackle the whole house. Tackle just your entry or just your front porch. Like, what's the very first impression that your guests are going to have that sparks shame? Start there. And then once you feel good about that, move to the next step that they're going to see that sparks shame. And what's so wonderful, and what I found when I was making over my own home, is it builds momentum. You have to have courage to get started, and you have to take on wins that are small enough that you actually win. Because once you have one win, you get hungry for the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And the next thing you know, your whole house is done, and it's amazing.
I want to tag one tip onto that because I think you're spot on there. And for those people that are like, I just can't seem to keep my house clean. Once you have a win, and I really want to tag on to what Rebecca just said, because this is really important, you guys. When you have a win, let's say it's just the little area on your vanity next to where you put your makeup on in the morning. If that area is clean, that's a win. And now keep it clean. So when you're done, just get one of those little tiny Swedish dishcloths. It's like a paper towel sponge thingy, and it's very small. You just wet it, wring it out, and just fold it over the top of your faucet. Leave it there, but it can get wet every time you brush your teeth or you put your makeup on or whatever. Grab that, wet it, and wipe the area down and wipe out the sink. Now you have that win, but now it is a new way of life for you. And so every time you brush your teeth, every time, every morning, every night when you go to bed at night, just wipe that out. It only takes a couple of seconds, but you're maintaining that area. And then what happens is it starts to edge its way down your vanity. And as you use makeup and you put it away, wipe them off and put them back, and then maintain that area and let it grow a little bit. And what you'll find is without, oh, it's this huge cleaning project, it becomes a little tiny bit that you just kind of edge it over every day and you make that space a little bit bigger and bigger and then you maintain that. And it makes it so much easier because suddenly it becomes the new norm. And without changing everything and going, oh, that's so out of my comfort zone. My comfort zone is all cluttered and messed up and toothpaste dripping off of everything. It becomes your new norm. And even if it's only one bathroom sink, what happens is you go in the next bathroom, you're like, wait a minute, my new norm is like clean and tidy. And you'll start tidying things up. And like Rebecca said, it starts building momentum. And then you'll find that every day for a year, you've kept your bathroom vanity clean. And you're like, whoa, look at me now, right? You've created a new normal. And that's what I want to encourage you guys to do. You don't have to live an old lifestyle in the current home that you're living in. Our bodies reproduce themselves like every 7 years from top to bottom. We have a whole entire new cellular structure, our hair, our teeth, our nails, our bones, everything rebuilds itself. Why are we trapped in the old version of us when we have all the capabilities of becoming something new as our body is regenerating itself and becoming a whole new person, right? Create the new norm and let it evolve with you. I love this, Rebecca.
In our culture, we are so terrible at celebrating our wins. If we have a list of 10 things on our to do list, we get one done. All we think about are the nine that we didn't get done. So, in my coaching sessions and also with my accountability partner, we meet every single week. We start with our wins. We've got to take a second to celebrate them. And so, if you haven't developed a habit of celebrating your wins, I encourage you to keep a list of things you've accomplished. And anytime you start beating yourself up over what you haven't accomplished, go look at that list and go, oh, yeah, I did do that. And then the habit thing is huge. People that keep their house clean, they aren't magic. They just have built habits over time. And so for us in our house, we have daily habits that help us keep things clean. We have a rag underneath of our vanity where we wipe out the sink and wipe off the top every time we're done. We keep what we call picnic blankets in the living room. They're these really pretty textiles that we picked up in Spain. And so when we eat on the couch, which is pretty much every night for dinner, if we're being honest again, first we just spread out that textile on the couch so that we're not worried about spilling and worrying. And then we put the picnic blanket away or throw it in the laundry if we did spill. And it's easy. It's like setting the table, only we're just setting the sofa. There's these little things that help you keep it tidy. And then our other secret is, because I do like to consider my house a social space, we use parties for the deep clean, because you do still need the deep clean. The daily habits don't get the corners. So whenever I know, okay, it's time to host a birthday party or I want to have, a Friendsgiving, then I get so excited because I know I'm going to deep clean the house before everybody comes over. And I'm doing it for them because my, Swiss military Baptist father's head voices, it's still in my head telling me to. But also, I get a clean house. I get a party. And after the party, I get to enjoy the fruits of my labor. It's awesome.
Oh man, I'm so sad our time is up, but you guys get on the email, send Rebecca your comments and with your design coaching session, Rebecca at seriouslyhappy.com.